What's going on, family and Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Star. This one's going to be a very short episode, and I apologize for the delay of this episode. I know we uploaded on the weekends, but I've been out of town on the weekend in Chicago due to family funeral emergencies, but I'm still here, guys, to give you guys the news. And also for today's episode, we got a movie review plus a lot of mainstream news to talk about. So let's not waste time. Let's get straight on to our first piece of news. Flash sequel and the script has already been written. Let's see what they had to say. Nothing much has been brought up about the future of the Flash due to James Gunn and Peter Safran shaping up their new movie slate. But it has been revealed that they already had a script made for the Flash sequel. According to Variety, the Flash sequel has already been written by David Leslie John McGowan for the Aquaman movie, and would have featured Keaton's Batman and Supergirl played by Sasha Calle. While this script probably won't be used within the new regime, it will be interesting to see where they could have taken this iconic DC hero. Now, if James Gunn wanted to approve this the Flash sequel, then I think it will be a part of the DC Elseworld, it would not be known as the DC EU, but it would probably be a part of the Elseworld timeline. But we don't know what the future of the Flash is going to be. If Ezra Miller is going to stay as the Flash, if he's going to be a part of the new James Gunn the timeline, I don't know. We don't know yet, but we're just waiting to see the first Flash to come out, and we were all anticipated to see. So we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds. Moving on, Directors Guild reached a deal with the producers that avoids the strike. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, and it says, an intensive deal that is poised to be submitted for approval on Tuesday to its national board, approved last Tuesday to its national board. The Directors Guild of America spent all day Saturday at the table and reached a tentative agreement with the AMPTP just before midnight last Sunday. The 3-year agreement sees the 1,900,000 members guild receive pay and benefits gain, increases in global streaming, reduce in protections against the use of artificial intelligence. With sources say that the last sticky point, the two, a deal that came after less than a month of negotiations with the AMPTP, the GTA's current contract, along with that of the SAG-AFTRA, expires June 30th. The actors branch currently has members voting to authorize a strike, should the negotiation committee call for one. What y'all think, guys? I'm just waiting to see what they're gonna do. Moving on, Disney has fired Lightyear director and 74 other Pixar personnel. Oh my goodness! Let's read this story. Nearly a year after its first hit in theaters, Runners has brought a world that Disney has fired Lightyear director Angus Mullane, along with Pixar's vice president of worldwide public Michael Osterman. The House of Mouse has already fired producer Galen Sassman, who famously saved Toy Story 2 from destruction when the entire film was mistakenly deleted, along with a port of 70 plus other executive. McLean is the most shocking firing, as the director has enjoyed a 20-year tenure at Pixar, has worked his way from being an animator to a blockbuster director. Man, why is Disney cut all these employees? I don't know. Moving on. Chris Hemsworth criticized Thor 4 and Ant-Man 3. Let's see what Variety has to say. Wadi's silly humor and the film's unimpaired visual effects. Thor actor himself, Chris Hemsworth, is aware of the negativity around the fourth Thor movie, and he's even admitted that in a new GQ magazine profile that Love and Thunder was too silly for his own good. I do agree with that. I think we just had too much fun with it. It just became too silly. Hemsworth said about the movie. It always been hard being in the center of it and having any real perspective. I love the process. It was always a ride, but you just don't know how people are going to respond. So I like his response. So it's always good to have fun on set and have fun with the story, but you got to at least have it make it meaningful. That's what I think what he's trying to say. So it is what it is. But we all know we all hate Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. So those two. Moving on. Captain America 4 has changed its title, and Sam has revealed a new uniform. So this is coming from Anthony Mackie on his Instagram page, and it says, "When Harrison Ford tell you how kicky ass should look, you listen. LOL. Thanks for the onset wisdom and last, my friend. Can't wait to do it again. Marvel Studios Captain America, aka the new title will be Brave New World, will be in theaters May 3rd, 2024. So I like the new title here, because originally when they had the New World Order, I was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me you're gonna bring the NWO like Hulk Hogan, Scott, all coming after this movie? I was like, well, it kind of sounded ridiculous. It kind of sounded weird by the title, but I like how they changed the title. But it sounds more better. For this one, if you ask me, it sounds more better. But yeah, I can't wait for how the Falcon, aka the new Captain America, does in Captain America: Brave New World. So now moving on. Star Wars Ahsoka release date has been revealed. So let's check this out. The live action series Star Wars Ahsoka officially has its premiere date on Disney Plus. It was previously announced that the show will debut in August, but it's now confirmed that it will premiere on August 23rd. Rosario Dawson stars in the series as Ahsoka, who she first played in season 2 of The Mandalorian, and again in the Book of Boba Fett. So not too far ahead. So kind of like in the last bit of the summer season. So it's fine. So at least it's not far away. Thank God. So I can't wait for that season, because we already gearing up for Marvel's Secret Invasions. So at least we have something to look forward to in the middle of the summer before Star Wars Ahsoka come out in August. Moving on. Miles Morales' story ends with Beyond the Spider-Verse. Let's see what they had to say. Across the Spider-Verse, creators has confirmed that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse will be the last film of the trilogy. Hmm. This is kind of interesting. Well, when they put it out. So let's continue on with the story. And it says Miller also confirmed that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse will be the final film in the trilogy. It is the end of the Miles Morales trilogy, so this whole thing working towards that, says Miller. This is it for us. So we are so tired. So I'm trying to wrap my head on this. I was like, okay, I see what they're trying to tell. So this is probably the final time that they will tell the the Miles Morales story in the Sony Spider-Man verse, because they did mention that we are getting a live action Miles Morales movie. So I think that is going to be a part of the MCU. So don't think that reading that article, or me reading this article saying that, oh, is this the last time we're going to see Miles Morales? I'm like, no, y'all. Remember, they said they was going to do a live action Miles Morales. So that tells me that we will see Miles Morales again, but this time in the MCU. So this is so Beyond the Spider Verse. It's going to be the last time they tell the Miles Morales story in Sony's own universe. So that's what they trying. That's what they trying to tell you. So don't get too confused, y'all. So because they already did an announcement saying, oh, they was gonna do a Spider Woman movie. They was gonna do a Miles Morales live action movie. They still waiting on the Spider-Man 4 because of the writer's strike. So yeah, a lot of things is happening, y'all. So we just have to wait and see how they're gonna end the across the how do I say it this the Spider Verse movie, the Spider Verse slash Miles Morales story. When the Beyond the Spider Verse come out next year in March 2024. So yeah, so there's stuff to look forward to and give you a little clearance about what they was talking about. But that's all the mainstream news for today. So let's get into our movie review today, and that's Transformers: Rise of the Beast. So this one here was not directed by Michael Bay. So even though he did produce the movie, but this one was directed by Stephen Carell Jr. So and in the movie, it stars Anthony Reyes and Diamond Fishback, with including the voices of Ryan Pereira, Peter Dinklage, Michelle Yeoh, the Peter Davidson, and many other that are voice cast. So in this new Transformers movie, during the '90s, a new faction of the Transformers called the Maximals joined the Autobots as allies in the battle of Earth. So there's a lot of questions I know you guys want me to ask. So first things first, did I care about the human characters in this one? Yes, I did. So let me explain why. So I know a lot of times when you watch like a Transformers movie, Godzilla movie, King Kong movie, it's like, do we care about these human characters? So for Transformers: Rise of the Beast, yes, I did, and let me tell you why. Because they told a story about two of the main characters. So and they definitely had some connections with the Autobots, and they definitely got into some action too. So it's been a while because ever since Shia LaBeouf left the Transformers franchise, it's just like I just want to see the Transformers fight. I don't give a crap about these humans. So yeah. So at least that they told the story there about the humans. So was this a good Transformer movie? Yes, it was, and I think it was good as the Bumblebee spinoff movie, because that was the last the Transformers movie. So if you were to ask me, um, which has been the great the Transformers movies, so I would say the first Transformers, Dark Moon, Bumblebee, and this one, Rise of the Beast. All the other ones, I mean, not that it was good on my part, because like most of the times that when we watch these Transformers movies, you're just there to see the Autobots kick some butt, and then of course Michael Bay doing his own thing like with the explosions and everything. So yeah, that's what's been the Transformers movie about. So anytime you watch a Transformers movie, you literally got to turn your critic review brain off and just watch it as an audience and as a fan of the Transformers movie when you're watching these movies. But you know me, I normally judge it as a fan and as a critic. So let's get into the to the Autobots here. So one of the new ones I mentioned Peter Davidson's character, Mirage. Was voiced by Pete Davidson. He was really good. Really good as Bumblebee. So anytime we all know we are all time fan of Bumblebee. So anytime that Bumblebee was not on screen, Mirage was there to pick up the slack because he was absolutely funny. He was great in this movie. Now, even though Pete Davidson is not my all-time favorite comedians, but he did an absolute fantastic job, the voice of Mirage in this movie. So he was really good. So and I really like the Maximums in this in this movie. And I like how they are alive with the Autobots and in this movie. So they was really good as well. So yeah, and the action sequences and the improvements over this movie was really good, and so yeah, and let me just say this: there's there's a scene at the end of the movie that will accumulate a future crossover with another franchise. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You just have to watch the movies for yourself. So we've been fantasies of having Transformers having crossovers with another franchises and all that other stuff. So when you see who they was talking about in this movie, they was like, okay, this gonna be very interesting to see how they do. So I just cannot wait to see what's the plan is and what they're gonna do. But other than that, man, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, very good Transformers movie in a long time. I would say since Bumblebee. So this is definitely a good movie to check out. And critically, I'm gonna give it a C plus for me. Not the best Transformers movie, but it was really good. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna give it. But that's all I have for you guys today. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new videos are uploaded, and share. And if you're listening to me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. But other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.